the shadowy landscape of weird fiction, Hanns Heinz Ewers' The Spider emerges as a haunting narrative deeply rooted in myth. It draws from the ancient story of Arachne, a woman of extraordinary skill whose defiance of the goddess Athena results in a cruel transformation. Condemned to exist as a spider, eternally suspended by a single gossamer thread, Arachne becomes a powerful metaphor for the story's exploration of fate and punishment. This is not just another horror story. It's a psychological descent into the most incomprehensible of human experiences: suicide. Ewers crafts a narrative that defies easy explanation. Centered around three mysterious deaths in a single Parisian hotel room, these are not typical suicides. Each victim seemingly had everything to live for, including a policeman investigating the previous deaths, all drawn to a room with an inexplicable magnetic pull. The story feels like a dark experiment in human psychology. A young student named Richard Brackmont volunteers to stay in the room, transforming the narrative into a mesmerizing exploration of fascination and compulsion. It's as if an invisible web slowly entangling him, drawing him into its inexorable embrace. What makes The Spider so extraordinary is its refusal to provide simple answers. Is this a story of hallucination, of supernatural compulsion, or something even more terrifying? An inexplicable psychological mechanism that drives humans towards self-destruction. Ewers blurs the lines between the psychological horror and supernatural suggestions, creating a narrative that feels like a delicate, deadly dance. Published in 1915, the story captivated H.P. Lovecraft, who was so impressed that he borrowed its entire ending for his own work, Haunter of the Dark. Lovecraft recognised Ewers' unique talent for infusing horror with a deep understanding of modern psychology. The story becomes a lens through which we examine the darkest corners of human consciousness, a realm where rational explanations dissolve like spider silk in the wind. The existential undertones are profound. Long before Albert Camus explored the absurdity of human existence, Ewers was mapping the terrain of cosmic pessimism. His universe is not a comforting place. It's a predatory landscape where humanity exists merely as potential prey, always one moment away from being caught in an invisible, inescapable trap. Ewers' historical context adds another layer of complexity. A vocal critic of Nazi policies, he understood the power of stories that challenge societal narratives and expose uncomfortable truths. The Spider transcends mere horror. It's a commentary on human vulnerability, on the mysterious forces that draw us towards our own destruction. The most terrifying monsters, the story suggests, are not external creatures lurking in the darkness. They are the inexplicable mechanisms within our own minds, the subtle, almost imperceptible threads that can slowly, inevitably pull us towards our doom. Like Arachne in the original myth, we are all suspended between art and punishment, between meaning and meaninglessness, always one thread away from falling, always one moment from being consumed by the very web we've unknowingly spun. For those brave enough to venture into the realm of weird fiction, The Spider remains a cornerstone, a work that challenges readers to confront the irrational, the unexplained, and the terrifyingly possible. I hope that these words encourage you to read the story, as it's an important example of what would become the modern weird tale, and I hope that these brief surveys of what became weird literature whet your appetite to explore them further.